Hi! Today we're going to get back to nature as I demonstrate for you my clean and simple card using the new Perched in a Tree stamp set and coordinating aspen trees dies. The Perched in a Tree bundle is one of my favorites from the July through December 2022 Stampin' Up! Mini catalog. Or how about we just call it the holiday catalog? Because you can make cards that are elaborate or like the clean and simple card I'm about to demonstrate for you. I'm Shelley Godby, the owner and CEO of Stamping Smiles, and for 21 years I've been teaching others how to create their own hand-stamped smiles. So I did a couple of renditions before I settled on my earthy clean and simple card. So stick around to the end and I'll show you the other two so you can tell me what you think. Here's a closer view of the Perched in a Tree stamp set and the coordinating aspen trees dies. And look at all that you get. Well, first, oh, this little fat bird melted my heart. And then the dies. Look at this die. You know we're going to see a lot of beautiful things done with this stamp set and with others. So not only do you get that, you get two outline dies to die cut the bird and the branch, and then some more detail dies, including this. And when you order the two of these together using the special bundle item number I've listed right here, you'll save 10% on both. Always look for the bundled savings because it can really add up. Now this is from the July through December 2022 Stampin' Up! Mini catalog. And as I was saying, you can do more elaborate cards like, look at these samples in here. See, that caught my eye right away. Wow. And beautiful, beautiful, right? So I'm going to be demonstrating for you today just an earthy, clean, and simple card. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start with some die cutting. So I've got my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, so now we need to build what's called a sandwich to the appropriate thickness to cut with the thin metal dies. So I'm going to start with plate number 1. It's so convenient, they're all numbered and the directions are on here. And then because it is a thin metal die, we need plate number 2, and followed by a cutting pad, plate number 3. And next are paper or cardstock, and I've got crumb cake cardstock here. And then from the aspen trees dies, we want the bird. All right. So I'm just going to center them on here. I don't need to be perfect, so I'm not going to worry about any kind of adhesive or anything like that. And followed by a third cutting pad. So whenever you're die cutting, you follow that sandwich, but if you get over here and if it goes too easy, well, you don't have it thick enough, go back and see. But if you ever get here and it just won't go, you may have it too thick, back up. We don't want to force it. Shouldn't have to force it. And we just crank that through. And so what I'm doing is I'm making a template to make it really easy for me to duplicate this card over and over and over. So I need actually both pieces. And then later I'll just die cut a whole lot of birds. We have our die cut bird shape and our template. I'm going to use my Stamparatus to stamp after I die cut because this is going to save me a lot of time. Let me show you how I'm going to set it up. And I'm going to take my bird stamp after I place a piece of cardstock on here. So my bird is in white, but I'm going to stamp on white because it's going to be easier for me to see the template as I'm moving it around. So now I want to secure it, and Stamparatus comes with 2 super strong magnets. They're stored underneath. And I'll place my bird. And I close this. The bird clings to it. Fantastic. And then I'm going to use the Evening Evergreen Classic Stampin' Pad. All right, let's ink him up. There we go. And stamp. So now this is where my template comes in. I'm going to rotate it till I get it right where I want it. And I'm not going to pretend I get it right the first time. Sometimes I have to try again, but that's pretty easy to do. But see how with it being a different color, I can see how the die cut is framing around the stamped image. That's looking really good. So slide this back over and this one on there. So now I'll take the shape, put that in there, and let's ink up the bird again. All right, and stamp. And get him out of there. A lot of times I'll have my pair of my paper snips to do that. There we go. And look at that. So now I'm all set up. I won't move anything, and I'll just keep die cutting more of the bird shapes in crumb cake. And I can do this over and over and over until I have all the cards I want to make for this month, or whatever you're doing if you want to make a bunch of them. This is a great technique. So now we've got a little bit more stamping to do, and our Back to Nature Clean and Simple card will be done. I'm going to use crumb cake for my card base as well, and so then I have the branch stamp, and it's longer than my ink pad, so I'm going to take the pad to the stamp, give this a good inking. All right, and then just simply come across here at an angle. Aha! And then I will set my lovely bird there for placement. And then I have the greeting. This is from the Perched in a Tree stamp set. Isn't the script font beautiful? So the mix of the print with the script, oh, beautiful, beautiful. So I chose Your Kindness Warms My Heart, and I will stay with my Evening Evergreen. And then with him there, that helps me place it. Okay, but I'll move him out of the way for a moment. Oh, fantastic. And so then to make him just a little bit more special, I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals. But before I do that, I'm done with the pad, so I'm going to push, pull on that lip, and close, and listen for the click to make sure it's dry. Stampin' Dimensionals, my favorite adhesive. I'll tease that it's my favorite accessory because it really adds so much to a card. Instead of just laying him flat on there, when I pop him up, it's going to make my Clean and Simple card, give it a little step up. I want to make sure his feet are on the branch. How stinking cute is that? So simple, but just adorable as get out. And when you use my Stamparatus tip, really easy when you want to make multiples. So I told you I tried a different ones. Well, of course I started with basic white. I really like basic white. And I thought, well, that's pretty, but it looked rather wintry, you know, even though it was in green. And so then I thought, well, if I want to look wintry, I tried Starry Sky. Now, isn't that pretty? If you want to do, I'm thinking for a Christmas card, because that would fit right in there. Wishing you abundance and peace would work for you, or Let Heaven and Nature Sing. So that same layout will work with two of those greetings. So I liked both of those, but my card is for July 2022, and I went with the crumb cake. Turned out to be my favorite. So you have to leave a comment below and let me know which one of the three that you like best. If you'd like to make my Clean and Simple Perched in a Tree card, all the supplies are listed below the video and available to order now in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. And when you place your July 2022 Stampin' Up! Order of $50 or more with me, I'm going to send you one of my Clean and Simple Perched in a Tree cards. So get on over now to my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. I'm Shelly Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Thanks for watching.